What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about Lucid, I want to go over some of the data points, break it down on what's been coming out associated to the company itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Lucid is up 3.59%, 314 the low, 334 the high. 55.4 million shares being traded, 88.8 is the average. So the market has been open roughly around 2.5 hours, so a lot of volume is getting into Lucid. No official news associated to them, no SEC filings, nothing like that. Rather, it is just piggybacking off the broader market, but there has been a couple of things that was announced that I wanted to go over, one of which was this. So Lucid Middle East announces a partnership with the Saudi Authority for accredited valuers to enhance vehicle damage assessments. So of course it sounds like there's been some issues with this in the past. Maybe some vehicle owners got in a collision, and just because of supply chain issues in maybe Saudi Arabia, they couldn't get parts and maybe timely, I don't know. Regardless though, I don't see this being a good reason to go out and buy Lucid, nor is it a reason to sell, but kind of makes me wonder if this was the reason why all the board members and executives were in Saudi Arabia. I feel like there's still a lot more context to that, or possibly they were just there to kind of see that milestone of 2 million work hours for the safety milestone. So regardless, this was just announced. It was posted by Lucid Oasis, so definitely pop over there and give them a quick follow. So definitely a lot of good information. The only other thing I wanted to kind of bring up, it's not a immediate good catalyst for Lucid, but with Lucid in Saudi Arabia uncovers massive lithium reserves worth billions within its oil fields. So honestly, Saudi Arabia is like a gold mine for the most part, but what does that mean for Lucid? Indirectly, it should just kind of expedite just the whole supply chain, and so of course kind of just allowing the AMP2 facility to just thrive so much more. So indirectly, I think the PIF owns a manufacturing facility to produce aluminum like a couple miles away from the AMP2 facility, and then if they have this doing that in the general region, then there's no real reason for Lucid or AMP2, I guess, essentially to really have any substantial issues for supply chain. So again, this indirectly should really benefit Lucid as well as other EVs in the general area. So just wanted to kind of bring this up a little bit more, I guess, far-fetched, if that kind of makes sense, but still worthwhile bringing it up. Shorts right now are increasing 169,000 shares. 22.5% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 268.25 million shares overall are being shorted. So across the market, you are seeing a lot of stocks that are heavily shorted just go up significantly. So shorts are definitely, they're getting pinched in a lot of cases, and in many, such as even Lucid scenario, shorts aren't returning. So even as of right now, you can kind of just see shorts have been lingering. They returned a little bit from here. The reason why it did go down is because of dilution. So of course, short interest percentage is directly correlated with the outstanding share count. So this is why it did go from like the 24% to here. But ultimately though, I think a lot of people are calling for a squeeze in Lucid, especially just the fact that it has gone up just in the last 1 month alone, 54.08%. So it's just a matter of time before shorts to start admit defeat, at least in the short term, and start to return. So we'll just have to wait and see how that does all play out. But looking at the options, 1.41 million in calls, 286,000 in puts. So kind of low volume in this regard, but 50% of all the options being done so far today are optimistic in nature, and you are starting to see a consensus for it to be above that $4 range for the foreseeable future, especially January 17th, 2025. So a lot of bullishness for that. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub $3, and then even this one kind of stands out. So for June 20th, 2025, for it to be sub $2. So one big entity is clearly anticipating Lucid to really miss, maybe on Gravity or something else like that. But in general, I think there's still a lot more upside. These are all the transactions that have occurred on the secondary market above $100,000. So as I've shared with you in the past, this is why algorithmic trading is very important. And if you have it on your side, your stock is going to really move up higher. So these are, again, this doesn't really justify anywhere remotely close to the volume. So once again, having algos on your side is a positive thing. So I'll go over the technicals with it right now at $3.30. It is right above this R2. So $3.28 will be a key support that you'll really want to watch for it to hold. 313 will be the following support. Flip side, 352 is going to be the next strong target. So I don't know if that's achievable at all today, but at least in the next several trading days, that should be the next target. So kind of just stay tuned for that. No new analyst ratings. So last one was done right over here. So last one was done, I think it was like 13 days ago. $3.50 price target. 𝗖𝗎𝗧𝗛 Stefan, who has a 42% success rating. Aside from that though, moving over to the actual chart itself, it's above every key point that I generally like to look at. So the 50, 100, 200 day moving average, ALMA. The only negative sign that I do want to bring up is just the fact that it is relatively overbought. In fact, it is at 99.8, so very high stuff. So the first sign of weakness, whether it be specific to Lucid or just the broader market, you could see some volatility. But until that does come, Lucid stock price is pointing to have higher highs coming, and this isn't even encumbering a squeeze. Like I said, a lot of people, especially because of Roaring Kitty, are just anticipating the market just to go up to the moon. So Lucid might follow suit. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But Lucid is definitely showing a lot of bullish signs. So a lot of the data points I did bring up are relatively bullish, showing kind of higher highs coming. So let me know your viewpoint on Lucid. What's your thoughts, for instance, on this new partnership? Do you think it's worth buying because of this? Or what's your viewpoint on this? I think in general, this might just be good for the consumer. So customers and stuff like that. So just increasing the customer experience, even during collisions and repairs and whatever. So I think that's good. So yeah, what's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers. Even more recently, I did post over last 2 days that SoundHound was going to be at roughly that $24 range. And lo and behold, today it is exactly there, up 18.68%. So pop over there and take a look. It's worthwhile. So link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.